Good morning and welcome to the Seneca County Commissioner meeting. I was reading today is September 7th. It's 10 a.m. We're in our regular board session and we'll begin our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any one of you? I'll do it. Okay, Bill. Please bow your head for prayer. Dear Lord, please lend us your guidance as we prepare to work our due diligence for the constituents of our county, and lend us your guidance as we prepare to do what is best interest for our constituents. Amen.
Amen. Thanks. Roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Here.
Commissioner Schuff,
Here.
Commissioner Frankert.
Here. So at this time, I will accept the motion to approve the video audio recording of our previous board session last week on Thursday, August 31st, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes. So we have kind of a brief agenda today. We'll jump into commissioner reports. Who wants to go first?
I'll start.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yeah,
You
so.
snooze, you lose.
Doesn't matter, right?
That's right, let him go.
Yeah.
He who hesitates is lost.
That's
as my
right.
grandmother would say.
So yeah, earlier this week, well, the holiday Tuesday, we had Budget Commission. Commissioner Paradiso and I was there. Following that, we had Board of Revision with the auditor, and a few of them to kind of review on that. Last night, had the Regional Planning Executive Committee meeting, and also the bylaw, starting to review and update that information there. After that, bugged over to TSEP, had their 40th anniversary over the front nine, and had a nice event there. So that's driving up to this week. So.
Okay. Yeah, just to allude or second kind of what Commissioner Frankert said. TSEP 40th anniversary annual meeting, that was yesterday. All three of us got there towards the back half of it. Other meetings and stuff were...
Did you eat a cookie?
I did, yeah.
Did you eat a cookie?
Nope, I just had a taco.
You did not eat one of those?
I did not, no.
I just to be on the record.
I had both and they were both excellent. So we had that yesterday. Also, just wanted to congratulate, we had a ribbon cutting last Thursday for Happy Days Nutrition, which just opened up on Court Street. Congratulations to Jose Arias and his wife Kim. As Commissioner Frankert also said, it was a holiday week here this week, so I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend off. And Monday, it was kind of weird coming back to work on a Tuesday, but yeah. We have a meeting here with the JDI group. That'll be today at 1 o'clock. Looking at some potential ideas or just brainstorming about some things we might be able to do with the RTA building. Today at Ralph's Joy Living, there's an after 5, which is like a social networking thing. Not sure I'll be able to make it, but wanted to let the public know. Then also last week, as some of you may or may not seen, there's a press release that just went out. There's a new bike shop coming to Seneca County, so we're excited about that. I wanted to congratulate Rob Golden and Mitch Stearns. This will be their 5th location, so we're excited to have a bike shop here in Seneca County. They're going to do repairs, bike sales of electric bikes. They're even going to rent out the bikes as well, so pretty pumped about that. And then keep your eyes peeled here in the next... Yeah, get people out pedaling. Yeah, it's good for you. And then we finished the artwork here recently. Wanted to thank Marissa at the Chamber. We're going to be doing a beard contest here for the bicentennial. So as I was digging through the archives, I always slaughter this word, but the sesquicentennial, the 150th year, I was digging back and they did a beard contest. They would give out plaques and this, that, and another, but we found some barber shops and salons to sponsor this. And
You start growing yours now.
yeah,
It takes about a year. You know, you'll be, by next summer, you'll be ready. Yeah.
it was something they did 150 or something they did 50 years ago. Then 100 years ago, I thought it was kind of neat, so I was like, let's
It
bring
is
that
kinda
back
cool.
to the bicentennial. And then lastly, there's an email that came across our desk, or at least I got it. Governor DeWine has allocated $100 million, and this is for railroad crossing safety. So I reached out to Renee Smith at FEDC, Aaron Moss at TSEP, Mayor Keckler, the city. We're trying to get a list of priorities here, try to bring some of that bacon home here to Seneca County to safeten up our railroad crossings. Renee was already on top of it, but I did get the number and contact information for those individuals at the Rail Commission. And actually, when I called Mark Zimmerman, he had already applied the day before for 592, I believe, so he's already on it. But
That's the one I thought of right there.
yeah, we're getting our heads together here. We're going to try to bring some of that money back out of that $100 million back here to Seneca County to have safer rails. So
Good.
that was my week.
Okay, a few things on my list. We had a bicentennial meeting yesterday, and that's moving along real well. They received our money, so that was nice. The commissioners allocated $10,000. They were very appreciative. Great meeting. There's a lot of work going into this. I really like the Bloomvilles, the Republics, the outlying areas are all getting involved, all these historical societies. And so we have this logo that we approved. We're going to be in the Heritage Festival Parade, and we're trying to come up with a banner or a magnet or something we can kind of use as we go down to the Heritage Festival and promote that. But looking at making some T-shirts. They're excited. There's a lot of stuff going on. The front end of our birthday will be built around the hype of the eclipse. Of course, that ends in April, right? And our kickoff will be April 1st. So between now and then, it's kind of all tied together. But after April 1st, all of next year will kind of be on this normal bicentennial cycle as festivals and things break out. So it's good. Speaking of Heritage Festival, we had another meeting there. I'm on that committee. Posters are out. It's unbelievable the work they do. But I have a request that we already, so they would like a permit for the parking lot where the judges park in that corner to be used for that weekend. During the meeting, one of the members that knew Judge Shuffler well texting, and he said, I have no problem with it.
Okay.
So she showed me the text. Thanks, Judge. So you're making our life a lot easier. So I think we could bypass that step with the judges, and they're going to be submitting a formal, I said you have to submit paperwork. And so unless anybody objects, the judges are signing off on it. It'll be
Okay.
Friday afternoon, the Heritage Festival.
It would be the
Yeah.
15th.
Why do we have August still?
Actually, I
Yeah, the
did too.
15th.
It'll be
yeah.
the 15th.
It'll be the 15th, 16th, 17th.
Okay.
It'll be afternoon. It'll be after the noon hour on the 5th, on Friday.
Okay.
And the judges are good with it.
Okay.
So I want to get that out there. EMS, a little plug for the continuing education so the taxpayers understand the quality of care that the county's providing, this ALS, this Advanced Life Support Service system that we're building. Dr. Sauber, our medical director, we, the commissioners, allocated $30,000 for education for this whole year to get all our volunteers, our paid people, up to a certain standard that Dr. Sauber and that advanced support, the protocols and all the training. So we're in that now. Letters went out to all the people as a reminder. They have a class this Saturday. They've scheduled some makeup opportunities. So we're really working with, that is primarily the volunteers. So it's all paid to the volunteers. The volunteers actually get paid for attending, for their time. And we just want to provide top-notch training as well. We also met with the fire chiefs. Don and I will be going to the chief meeting, but he's been working the fire chiefs with additional training, so not everybody's at the same level. I use the football analogy, Jimmy, where you don't put the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders all together and try to run drills, right? So we have advanced paramedics, and we have basics, and we have everybody in between. So they're trying to come up with, you know, the blocking and tackling kind of training, as well as
Multi-tier system.
training with fire, and I just really like the culture we're trying to build out there with training and communication. So I just want everybody to know that's all taking place. And Barb was out, she's been in our meetings too, so it's pretty exciting. We also were awarded, we finally were awarded our airport grant. We've had an airport meeting. Hats off to ODOT. This is an Ohio grant, not a federal grant, to replace our AWAS system. Somebody asked me what that means, what that stands for. So our automated weather observation system, it's very old. It needed a part. We held off on it. We saved the money, and now we're getting a whole new system. We still might have to put a Band-Aid on it, but we're hoping we can get this new
That
system.
Band-Aid will
in.
stay till.
Yeah, it's a big Band-Aid with duct tape, but right now we're good. We did get this grant, and it's a couple $100,000 plus grant, and so we're pretty excited about that. I know everybody out at the airport is, so want to let the public know that. That's all I have, I think. Yes, and over to Administrator.
The only thing that I have, just before we came into board session, John called and he got the air quality test results back for the prosecutor and the Board of Elections buildings. And the word that he used was that the air quality is perfect in those two.
So you
Yep.
can get, why didn't we start the meeting with that?
Right, yeah, that could have
That's
been.
some good news.
I like the words perfect.
So, but that's all I have to report.
So you make sure the prosecutor and the Board of
I will make
Elections
sure that
knows
they know that, so.
And, you know, it's the same big building, the left side, Warren is fortunate, but the right side is good. Thanks, yeah. Anything else on your end?
Nope, I don't have anything else.
Okay, want to jump into any old business? I think we covered it. New business?
Okay. I just have two supplemental appropriations for general fund. This is for the building department. We have kind of been taking a wild stab at the building department on what kind of permits we're getting and what we have to pay Safe Built and what we have to pay to the state. So hopefully this is the last time I'm coming back and asking for additional money for them. I have contract services in the amount of $50,000. This is to pay Safe Built their portion of the building permits that we receive, and then the remit to the state at $1,500, and that's 3% of all permits that are processed that we have to remit to the state.
So this, when we collect that money, it goes into our general fund account?
It goes into a general fund
Yeah.
account, and
so
then
we'll start to see that line.
yeah.
We'll have a little
Yeah,
substance to it.
yeah, so it'll have a little bit of money in it, a little, you know, we keep like 2% of the fees, basically. So, but we kind of took a stab at the dark because we really weren't sure how many permits we would be
Yeah, we had
receiving.
to put some
So we
seed
had to
money in
yeah,
there.
so we're hoping that I don't have to come back at the end of the year and say, hey, I need more money.
So just so the public and all of us are clear, so I pay a $100 permit fee, I write the check to the county,
Mm-hmm.
gets deposited, then break it down from there, the 95.
So what happens is
32.
at the end of the month, then
Yeah.
Safe Built will invoice us for all the permits that were generated through their process.
So we collect
We collect
money,
all of the
then
money.
We pay them.
We pay them. They send us a bill for I believe it's like 95%, I believe.
I think it is.
And then the state every quarter we have to remit to them the
$3 of
3%
that goes to the
to
state.
the state, and
then
then
we
we
keep
keep the
$2.
other, we keep the other 2%. It's
Okay.
a little bit of a process, but it's really no different if you think about it with the recorder's office. They have
Yeah.
the kind of the same thing. They have a remit to the state of
So
3%.
we made this decision not to make money, but we didn't want to spend taxpayer money either. So we had to front a little bit of seed money, but as this goes on, we'll recoup that, and it's more about making our county user-friendly to the contractors.
Well, and I've heard that
business owners.
things are moving much quicker than they were with Richland County.
So this is a win-win, really.
So-
Definitely.
I know you beat that drum for 2 years, but, and so this is just, I get it, we have to put money,
Cost of doing business.
yeah, so when that money goes in the general fund, this, why do we have to put this 50?
Because we
Explain it
have.
one more time, we have to
So-
appropriate it.
So we have to appropriate it
Yeah.
to an expense account.
Before we
So
can pay it.
before we can
have to
pay
put
it.
them in
Yeah,
in
because
that
everything's
account.
going into a revenue account, we have to appropriate it
So
into
we
an
never,
expense
we
account.
never see the income, you know, we always see, like when.
Right,
You
it's
guys
not a
see the
net loss,
expense
though.
side.
Yeah, it's not
It's
a
a
loss.
net positive. right?
Yeah, and I
it's
just
a-
wanted to explain that, so
Yeah.
everybody understands it's a positive.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so
Debbie.
so if we receive $65,000 in permit fees as revenue, we then pay out 95% back
Yeah,
to
these
Safe
are
Bill.
appropriated, so we
Because
don't
they're
show
doing all
that.
of the work.
Right, right.
And then 3% to the state because the state permitting board has
Yeah.
to have a fee.
Well explained, I'm glad we brought it up, so we will see this again.
We may not see it
Maybe.
again, but it'll be in budget. It will definitely be in the budget for
I
next
see.
year. But it could happen towards the end
Then
of
it's
the year.
appropriated.
If it's more
we
than
put it
we-
in
If
the
it's
budget.
more than what we're anticipating spending.
Yeah, and that could be $150,000
Correct.
number.
Correct.
Okay, good. Anybody have any questions on
No,
that?
no, I-
Thanks
well
for
done.
breaking that down. Keep going. Yep,
I just need a first.
So moved.
okay.
Second.
So I guess we have a first and second. Discussion is already completed, so we will take a vote on this.
Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes, I guess we're in one of those moods today, so. The air quality, that was good news. We were always wondering, you know, you just,
And then
okay.
the resolutions that I have, I only have a few. I have a resolution authorizing established discounted rate for parcel number B11001141600000 in the Newrigal Sewer District. It looks like it might be a vacated property.
I can explain. So, the customer vacated the property. County engineer, Mark Zimmerman, he's our sanitary engineer. I asked him to go out, verify that it is vacant and that the sewer is no longer functioning, which he had already done that for Columbia Gas or for the gas company. So he's like, yep, it's vacant. So what we do with vacant lots, we basically remove the per EDU rate, but they still have to pay their debt repayment portion.
Yeah.
So we've had this happen in Bascom and Newrigal before
Bascom.
with 2 other properties. So it's just the same thing, it's they have to pay their debt repayment portion, it's no longer the EDU rate, it's just the debt repayment portion that we're asking for to be reduced to.
Because that site has access to the sewer, the next person would have access, so they still have to pay for the
Right, and
bond
they were,
that's paying, yeah.
and they were figured in to
Calculated
the
that.
repayment factor when the sanitary loans were established.
Yep.
So we have to still take that parcel and they have to pay that, yeah.
Okay, make a motion, we approve this.
Second?
Roll call?
Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
Resolution authorizing Commissioner Anthony Paradiso to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvement and/or local transportation improvement programs, and to execute contracts as required for issue 1, round 38 for Seneca County.
Motion to accept the resolution?
Second?
Roll call?
Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into issue 1, round 38 cooperative agreements with the Seneca County Township Boards of Trustees.
Motion to accept the resolution?
Second?
Okay, well, this is normal, right? We do this. for
Normal
all of them.
procedure, so the
Yep.
cooperative agreement is basically so that everybody's on board and everybody agrees that it's one big project, so. And there's
Good.
tons of them to sign, so sorry, but that's the process.
So you'll be sending them to us, right?
They're
They're all right here. We
here.
can get them all signed at one time, so.
So should we wait on this one?
You don't wanna wait.
That's
I
all
got
right.
15 townships that might call you.
Roll call?
Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
and that's all I have.
Okay, great. Any, is good, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Public comment?
Do you want me to go online?
Sure.
Okay, if you're joining us online and you'd like to speak during public comment, you can unmute your line now.
This is an extra short weekend for visitors too.
I think we're clear.
So we do have, I'm sorry, before we start,
Yep.
thank you, by the way. We do have a date that I'd like to propose, not having a meeting, and that's in October,
The
September,
5th,
October.
October
October
5th.
5th, you and I were talking about it, I don't know, nobody knows about it, but, so Thursday, October 5th is a date that we'd like to skip meeting. I think we're pretty good shape. We'll meet again on the 14th, 21st, 28th of this month. We'll take that first Thursday in October off. We've got conflicts and things going on. And then we'll pick back up on the 12th. Is that good with you?
Yeah, I have no problem.
Jimmy, can you get that out? And Mr. Ridenbaugh? So it'll be Thursday the 5th.
We're gonna give you a day off, Tom.
Wow.
So we're officially canceling that meeting. Yeah. And in our calendar, we'll keep talking as we go forward with budget and all kind of holidays. We'll tweak it, but that's the only thing I have right now. Okay.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
I'm foggy on this. Did the health board on the sewer mountain out west, did they say that they had not gonna let them expand?
On the
Landfill.
Landfill, yeah.
You want to answer that?
Yeah, so right now, it's in the state, the EPA and stuff's doing their process on it. So it's actually, the health department can, talk about, but it actually comes down to the EPA, where they're at on that process. So it's
So-
at this point, they're still, going through that. They had a hearing last spring, and I think that they, still, there's not been an official one way or another decision on that, so.
I know I heard some stuff and
Yeah. I think the health department, they're working, I think, try to get a sanitarian, Lord retired, and somebody that's probably a little more in depth or qualified to oversee the landfill, and I think they got some other stuff they're working on for oversight and stuff out there too, so. Yeah, that's
Thank
kind of
you.
where it's at, so.
Good. Anything else? We're good? Okay, meeting adjourned. 24 minutes, Jimmy.